You've tuned in to the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
You realize what you've done?
With Rich Liebig.
The real gangster plays his cards, right?
And Michael Costanzo.
What was that you just read?
Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news.
Good times, noodle salad.
The point is, you now have the ability to be happy.
And now, here's Rich and Mike on the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
Woo! Yeah, how you guys doing?
What's up, everybody?
It is time for this week's episode of the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. We've got sports, a lot of sports actually. It might be a sports heavy episode here, but we do have entertainment and odd news as well to get to in the second half of the show. So come join us. We've got plenty of headlines to talk about in this week's episode. But before we get to all of those, we like to do a little personal bit, let you know what we've been up to, let you know how we're doing here in Philadelphia. So, Mikey, my friend, how are you doing? How's Philadelphia? How are you?
I can't speak to all of the Philadelphia region, but I'm doing fine. It was Valentine's Day this past weekend.
That's right.
So it was a very low-key one. Stayed in, watched some TV. We did some cooking. I made a fantastic pork wonton lasagna. It's like this.
Whoa, what?
It's like this thing that's been going around.
That sounded like 8 words that I like. What is that? What was it? Pork lasagna?
It's pork wonton lasagna. Yeah, it's like this.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's basically you take like the filling from pork wontons, and you just, instead of making them into wontons, you take the wonton wrappers and the pork and just keep layering them like a lasagna. It's been like viral recently on like I think TikTok specifically was going around.
Oh, is a TikTok recipe?
Yeah. So I made that. It was really, really good. Really, really simple.
You're big on the TikToks.
I like TikTok.
You like TikTok?
Yeah. I don't post anything or interact with anything. I just scroll, just endlessly scroll.
Ah.
Yeah. It's good stuff though. It's good stuff. So yeah, made that recipe. Watched The Burbs on I can't remember what streaming service. I think it's Peacock. Can't remember. That was a good show. It was have you heard about The Burbs?
No. What's The Burbs?
It's kind of like a mystery dramedy where this recently married couple moves into this very like quaint suburban cul-de-sac that's got like all the trope-ish characters, like the overbearing controlling HOA president. They have like the nosy neighbor that's like always up in everybody's business. They have like the mysterious creepy house where like everyone's like, oh, there's some kind of like, it's either haunted or like somebody murdered somebody there. There's like all these mysterious backstories with all these different individuals. And it's just taking this city couple and making them a fish out of water in like the quaint suburban cul-de-sac vibe and all like the weird oddities of people in those little communities.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, there's kind of and there's like a mystery behind the whole thing too that the couple has to solve in the neighborhood. It's pretty good.
Gotta have a good mystery.
Gotta have a good mystery. Yeah, Keke Palmer, fantastic. She's the lead actress and the executive producer. So yeah, it was just a really fun little quirky dramedy.
All right, very good.
Wrapped up. But what have you been up to?
It's funny you mention houses. Rachel and I, we found a show. I think it's on HGTV, but we found it through HBO Max.
Okay.
Initially, it's called The Ugliest Homes in America.
Okay.
But they have a spinoff with The Scariest Homes in America.
Oh.
And we've been just binge watching that because
that sounds good.
That like mixes like all of our interests together. Because Rachel loves,
home renovations and haunted stuff.
Yeah, and I love just seeing weird crap.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell do these people think when they buy this house or something?
So, the scariest homes in America.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, yeah, it's funny to see, like, some of these reasonings that, like, we bought the home on a good price, or I really like the town, I just wanted to get my foot in, so we bought this house. The reasonings are crazy. And then we watched this one episode where this guy, he bought a house that there's a graveyard in the back. Nope. And no, even better, the driveway to get to the graveyard like goes for lack of a better word, goes like through the house. It's like the house like goes
What?
over. Yeah, the house is like over this driveway to the graveyard.
So you're telling me hypothetically that on any given day, there's just hearses with dead bodies rolling under your living room or something.
You might have a funeral come through.
Cool. Yeah,
And-
that sounds awesome.
Right, and it was funny. Like he was just one of those people that he didn't say like a whole lot, except the only thing he kept saying was, "It's pretty quiet back here. It's great, pretty quiet."
I guess so.
And I'm
yeah.
like, wow. I mean, I guess like if you've hit like your 50s and you've just been like fed up with your family and life,
you move to a graveyard.
just look, it's quiet back here. It's that's
There
it.
is-
That was his whole reasoning.
To be clear, there is nothing you could give me to make me move to a graveyard. There's absolutely nothing,
Just in general.
just in general.
How so? All right. So this one, it was like in this backyard. How about if it was like 2 blocks down or something?
2 blocks down?
Yeah.
How big are the blocks? We talking
Uh,
like little tiny Ambler blocks?
Yeah.
You talking
Tiny
city
Ambler blocks.
Ambler 2 blocks?
Yeah. Is that still too close? What's the proximity? I want to know what your.
There is a graveyard that is up on the hill in Ambler. It's not 2 blocks. It's maybe like the equivalent of like 3 or 4 blocks away from my parents' house. So technically, I did that already.
So is that too
I guess.
close? Does that
No,
freak you out?
That one's fine.
Okay. That's
I just
fine.
don't. You just don't go there.
Okay. Yeah. Just don't go there.
Here's the thing: you can avoid it if it's 2 or more blocks. Like if it's in that proximity, you can avoid it. If it's in your backyard, you can't ignore it. The ghosts are out there playing catch with the kids. You can't. You can't escape it.
Well, you want a little friend for your child.
Your kid comes in, you're like, "Oh, what were you doing out there a little bit? You're playing catch with my friend." You look out the window, there's nobody there.
Yeah.
No,
No.
done. No, immediately done. I'm setting the house on fire. All the crosses are spinning. The cabinets are banging. Like no, I'm done.
No.
Done.
Okay.
But you would, from the sound of it, you would.
I mean, I don't know. It depends on the actual
Backyard?
house.
Depends on the house.
Yeah, it depends on the house. And also,
You're like,
am I
oh,
getting
3
this
full bathrooms. Sign me up.
cheap? Yeah, like, oh, it's got a bowling alley. All
It's
right.
got a bowling alley. Is that what it is? So you'll live anywhere if it's got a bowling alley.
I mean, a
in-
bowling
in
alley.
the house.
A bowling alley would be pretty sweet. I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna
if the
lie.
house has a bowling alley, odds are this house is like it is like a villa.
Yes.
You know, it's not like a little rinky-dink house. It's like a sprawling.
Yeah, that would be pretty
estate.
big. So that would.
So
I think
you
that would
would-
negate it.
You'd have, if you have an estate, you probably have a family plot in the backyard
Yeah.
anyway, right?
Actually, look. Honestly, I wouldn't mind like a what do you call it? Like a mausoleum. I think those are pretty cool. I'd do a mausoleum.
Like on your property.
Sure.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I want
Why not?
a Tibetan sky burial. I don't want to be put in the ground or
Yeah.
cremated. I want to be picked apart by vultures in the Tibetan steppes
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you wanted to do the
or launched out of a cannon into sea. I don't know. 'Cause stick my body in that tube, send me flying.
I thought you wanted to do the Viking one where you get lit
Ooh.
on fire and you go
That
into
would
the sea.
that would be fun too. That would be fun too.
That would be fun.
I'm trying
like
to.
you're alive. Like
I'm
you're going to
trying-
experience this.
Well, I imagine
This will be fun.
I'm either looking down or looking up at this, so I want to be able to have a good show,
Yeah.
right? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
a mausoleum, I think, would be cool.
but on the property.
yeah.
So like grandkids and great grandkids, they know there's great grandpa Rich
Yeah.
just haunting everybody from his mausoleum,
What's up? Come on over.
just sitting there with his I don't know what are you doing? Watching golf? Is that what what you
Yeah.
do when you're haunting people?
We could. I could just have a loop of like a TV just playing golf, or like the golf channel just over.
That's how you haunt people.
Yeah.
You randomly turn the Masters on.
It's time for the Masters.
Oh God.
All of my descendants must watch the Masters.
Great Grandpappy Rich is visiting us from beyond the grave.
Shh, Billy, you must be quiet. It's time for the Masters. Doo-doo-doo. And then that soothing song comes on.
It's
that'd be my
it's the
that'd be my
least
ghost.
it's the least threatening haunting.
Yeah,
So
that's
not bad.
all.
That's not
I'll do.
that
I
bad,
just
yeah.
want to watch my Masters.
Yeah. It's not even that much of a nuisance.
It's quiet back here.
It's quiet back.
There you go. Now I understand the
Crazy.
guy. There you go.
There you go.
It's quiet back here.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So I got to check that show out then, because that
Yeah.
sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's called Scariest Home in America.
Wow.
So that's an interesting
Graveyard in the
little
backyard.
It's a little interesting spinoff.
Okay.
Would recommend.
Nice.
All right, there you go. We wasted enough time there with that side tangent. I didn't plan on going off on that, but there you go. Why not?
I am legitimately going to watch that because I'm interested now.
Yeah, there's a lot of quirky things on that, and I'll leave it at that. But without further ado, we need to get into some news headlines that we've seen this past week. We got a big chunk of sports, so let's dive right in to the sports sampler.
It's time for the Sports Sampler.
So you're not good at sports. It's a very small part of life. Sports.
In your face.
All right, sports sampler here. So we got some Phillies news here. We heard that there was some drama between Nick Castellanos and the rest of the Phillies management. And it all came to light after the Phillies decided to just outright release Nick Castellanos this week, as opposed to trying to find a trade partner. I guess nobody was willing to trade for him because Nick Casty was due $20 million this year in 2026. So nobody decided to take any of that on with the Phillies, decide to let Phillies just eat that contract up. And meanwhile, after he got cut, he immediately was signed for a minimum contract for the Padres. So he gets to go all the way over now to the West Coast and enjoy time in San Diego while the Phillies pay him $20 million to do so.
That's a good deal for him. But this kind of sucks for the Phillies.
Yes, but it came to light exactly what was the tipping point in this debacle of a relationship. And that was the fact that Casty apparently decided during one infamous incident here with the team when he was benched late in a game, he decided to go back to the dugout, take out a beer, bring it to the dugout, and confront the manager with it, Rob Thompson, and told him this beer would help me better than the moves that you're making with the team to win. And I think that pretty much puts your foot in the grave to go to our cemetery.
Yeah, there's only so much insubordination, team management can take.
Yeah.
That's a step too far, and frankly, I think it's a sign of immaturity. For somebody who's been in the league as long as he has, he's 33. I mean, you've been around. You can't do stuff like that.
No. No matter how much you hate the manager, you can't do that to your boss. I don't care if you're making $20 million, $25 million, $30 million.
Yeah, you just can't do that.
Yeah.
But big loss to the Phillies, though. He was a member of the 2022 World Series run.
Yeah.
He was an All-Star in 2023. A few years removed from that, but still a big part of the lineup, right?
Yeah. But this was just a ridiculous story that came out about him that. Like
bringing a beer to the dugout, that's pretty crazy.
And then shoving it in the boss's face and saying, I'd be better off with this than your moves." Like who does that? That is just so outrageous.
Yeah,
I mean, I know we've got a lot of characters on our team. I mean, we had Bryce Harper we had that story last year that he threatened Ron Manfred essentially about the salary cap, which we're going to get into ironically later on in just a bit. But it's one thing to criticize the commissioner of the league. It's another thing to criticize the management that's actively paying your salary.
Right, because when you criticize the commissioner or the league itself, you're still unified with the team and the people you're playing with and the people you're playing for. But those internal issues, those internal struggles, it just never leads to anything positive. So I take it from you that this is kind of like a net positive then, in your opinion.
Yeah.
Even with the loss of productivity, this is still overall better for team chemistry, team morale kind of thing.
Overall, I think it'll be better. Also, something to mention here is that the Phillies did sign a big-name outfielder in the offseason, Adolis Garcia, and he's going to step in to replace Casty's spot in right field. So,
now, pardon the ignorance. He's good, great. What's the level here?
I would say comparable, if slightly better.
Okay.
I'll
take slightly better.
The only knock against him is he's a little bit older. He's 32. So,
I mean, Nick Castellanos was 33, so we're actually getting younger.
around the same age. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it seems like a decent lateral move to keep things on par.
Right. So I think overall it'll be good for the Phillies, but it just sucks it just sucks they couldn't find a trade partner for him.
Yeah. So when you have a problem player,
it must have leaked.
Yeah.
It must have got around the league that this incident
at least in
happened.
those inner circles, agents are talking and teams are talking, executives are talking. Yeah, I mean, you have kind of a quote unquote problem player who's 33. You know,
big salary.
Big salary. That's a perfect 1, 2, 3 check of reasons you don't want to trade for a guy.
Yeah, just wait till he gets cut.
Right, exactly. Because you knew the Phillies weren't going to keep him after the internal issues and the huge payday. So you just wait him out. It's a war of attrition.
Yep. So unfortunately, that is a big $20 million pill to swallow for the Phillies. So we'll see how well Garcia steps into his spot and how the Phillies do this year. But it was a ridiculous story that got released. That was the last straw with Casty and the Phillies. So good luck to Casty. Don't bring a beer into the dugout again, please. Good luck, and see how far you get with the Padres.
Yeah.
There you go. True story there for the Phillies. We'll get into more baseball news in just a bit. But I have a segment here that I want to get into. This is all me, apparently. Look.
It's all you.
Yes, it's all me. And look, he's going to have a big smile on his face because the NFL is just, they're operating at an A+ level.
Even when there's no NFL news, there's always NFL news.
Yep. But even then, it's good NFL news or something.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that even though the NFL isn't part of the story, it just shows how good the NFL actually is.
Yes. Because I need to talk about the NBA. This is ridiculous. We are at a very problematic point here if you're a basketball fan, if you grew up with NBA, or watching NBA games, or you're a fan of the NBA. We are in a problem here right now with this current league and the way that it's being run. And it all starts here with tanking, and it all starts with, trying to get the next LeBron James, trying to get the next superstar. We know that, to a degree it happens in the NFL. I mean, probably obviously not as rampant or obvious, but there is a sense that, when you make it past a certain point in the season, things just seem, futile, and you're just like, all right, we might as well tank and get a better draft pick. This story with the Utah Jazz blows me away. Right before the All-Star break, which was this past weekend, the Utah Jazz decided in their last game before the All-Star break to bench all 5 of their starters in the fourth quarter of this game.
That's just so audacious.
Yes.
It's like, come on, man. You got to be a little bit savvier. Bench 3.
Yeah.
Even 4, you have plausible deniability. Because then the argument would be, well, they weren't tanking. They kept this guy in. It's like, okay, I guess so.
Oh. Yeah, at least
benching
enough.
All 5.
All 5.
Man.
That is ridiculous.
Just leave the arena at that point.
Yeah. Just forfeit.
Yeah. Why waste everybody's time?
So this is ridiculous. I mean, we've seen tanking happen before.
Yeah.
But there's still 30 games left this season.
That's a lot of games.
That's almost half of the season.
Yeah.
That would literally, so to put it in football terms, that would be like
week
8.
Yeah, week 8 or 9. You're like, you know what? Game over.
We're done. Bye.
I think the big difference here for the NBA versus the NFL is that with the NFL, because the season's so short, I feel like there is a greater probability that you can make something happen. I feel like you still control a lot of your own destiny. With basketball, if there's like a runaway great team, they can stack up such a lead with so many games that it might be hard to fight back. The other thing that's the problem is that with the NFL, you have maybe 2 or 3 teams racing to the bottom. But all 32 teams know there's only one number 1 overall draft pick. But the NBA is different because it's a draft, or it's a lottery.
The draft lottery, yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you're the second worst team or the first worst or the third worst. Or
you get more ping pong balls. Woo!
But that's right. Everybody's instead of 2 teams racing to the bottom, you have like 5, 6, 7 teams. Like, let's rack up as many ping pong balls as we can. You know, I feel like it invites more tanking with that, because if you know there's only going to be one, then the 8th worst team might be like, all right, it's out of reach. We're not going to bother tanking. But if you know that there's a percentage chance you still could, you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah. There's also another reason, and this is why Utah probably This is probably why Utah threw this game and is probably tanking, and that is the fact that in the NBA there is trades made with pick protection, and this is now starting to become a rampant problem here in the NBA. So the case with the Utah Jazz is they are supposed to have traded this first-round pick to Oklahoma City, but if that first-round pick ends up being a top 8 pick, it will not go to Oklahoma City. Utah will keep it, and the IOU will just get kicked further down the road. So as a result, Utah is now tanking so that they get a top 8 pick. Therefore, it gets protected, and they just kick the can down for another season.
That's absolutely crazy. The whole idea of pick protection is so bizarre to me. It's like, well, we'll trade you this pick, but only if it's 9 or worse.
Yep, that's right.
Do they get to pick what the number is?
Yeah, there's some arbitrary number that you
We'll
pick.
trade you this first-round pick, but only if it's 29 or worse. Like, I mean, where does it end? Where does it end?
I mean,
people?
usually you see 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think those are usually
12 is crazy. 12 is half the league almost.
Yeah, that is. That's almost half. Yeah,
that's insane. Yeah, I mean, it's a problem. The Utah Jazz clearly manipulating the outcome in this situation for multiple reasons. So what was the punishment, if any?
So Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, decided to fine the Utah Jazz organization $500,000.
Why bother?
For, quote, conduct detrimental to the league.
That's nothing.
Yeah, that's nothing.
I mean, in professional sports terms, that's nothing. That's like less than what league minimum probably.
Yeah, that's
for
nothing.
Players. That's nothing. The punishments need to be more severe for owners and franchises that are manipulating things.
So
like this.
This is where we're gonna get to in just a little bit. Let me just finish the story, then we'll go on that. So obviously, this whole conundrum, this has really brought tanking to the forefront. This deal with the Utah Jazz is the most blatant sign that we have 6, 8, possibly maybe even 10 teams tanking this season away. And keep in mind, this is out of 30. This is not NFL. There's 30 teams.
Yeah.
So that's a
full third.
You have either at least a quarter or maybe up maximum a third of the league possibly tanking their season this year because either they want to get a draft pick or pick protection or some BS.
You never see something like that in the NFL unless it's like week 16 or 17. A team is fully out of the playoffs. So like, why bother getting guys hurt? Let's just take it easy. You'd never see a quarter of the league racing to the bottom because that's not the way that the NFL draft works. They know that they can try their hardest to lose out, but there's only going to be one team that ends up getting the number 1 overall pick. It's not going to be like a random chance. Like, oh, I'm going to increase my odds of getting the number 1 pick. Like after a certain point, you kind of know where every team falls, you know? The other problem is that in the NFL, picking number 1 overall, that's one guy out of a 53-man roster.
Right, yeah.
In the NBA, it's a full 20% of your roster, that one pick.
Yeah, so this is going to be my final point here is it seems to me the fundamental problem here is that teams would rather take the 10% chance to draft the next NBA superstar, the next LeBron, the next Wembanyama, the next Kobe, You know, they would rather take that 10% chance than trying to fight their way in the middle of the pack, win the play-in tournament, because that's what happens if you're in the middle of the pack now.
Yeah.
You have to go through that BS play-in tournament. And then even if you do make it, you're a 7 or 8 seed.
You got to go up against the number 1.
Yeah, so you're going to get trashed in that first round usually. I think there's only been one. That's why this is so low. I think it's 2%. I think there's only been one upset with the number 1 or number 2 seeds since they did the play-in tournament. So literally, would you rather have the 10% chance to draft the next superstar or the 2% chance that you get through the play-in tournament and you upset a 1 or 2 seed? Everyone's saying we'll take the 10% chance and tank the season. Ooh. And that's the problem here.
You know what they could do? They could just force every team to play in the playoffs. March Madness style. No, seriously, hear me out. Your regular season record determines your seeding, and they force everybody to play a tournament.
So that's college basketball. That's essentially what they do.
I mean, March Madness is a good season. It's a good system. Yeah, it doesn't fix the draft issue, but maybe it disincentivizes people from, they're like, oh, like those cusp teams. You know what I mean? Oh, we got to do it anyway. Kind of mentality. We could get embarrassed or we could try to put on a good show. You need to find some reason to keep the competitive edge with the teams and the players.
Yeah.
Because with the current model, there's no incentive to being like I keep going back to the NFL because as you put, the NFL is what is it, thebomb.com.
Yeah, they look good right now.
Because even that 7th seed has a chance because of the way the league is set up, the teams are set up. There's a lot of parity because there's a hard salary cap. The draft is a strict reverse order. There's no like, we were like 10th, but somehow we got the number 1 overall pick randomly because of a lottery.
Yeah.
Like, there's less incentives to tanking and more incentives to constantly competing. So, I don't know. Either that or just dismantle the NBA. Does anybody is the NBA popular? I don't know.
It is.
It is?
Yes.
I know it's a West Coast thing.
It's a very popular league. Yeah.
On the East Coast, it's all football and baseball. I don't know what they're doing out there in California. They wake up at noon. Nobody can convince me otherwise. I work with a lot of companies on the West Coast. And I was like, why are you emailing me at like 2 p.m.? Are you just getting into the office? What have you been doing for the first 4 hours of your day? Anyway.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to get into that, but yeah.
It's okay. I'm not naming any names. It's okay. It's just
Anyway, to go back to this, insiders say that this is an emergency issue for the NBA commissioner, Adam Silver, and his executives, and that all options are going to be considered to try and fix the level of tanking for 2026 and beyond. This is going to be a problem. They got to figure this out. This is ridiculous. 30 games left in this season, and the Utah Jazz are just like, nope, we're going to bench our starters. Screw this stuff. This has to be fixed. They got to figure out something.
Well, what you do is you make an example. They can't get the number 1 overall pick. They can get anywhere from 2 to 30, but they can't get the number 1.
You could take away a draft pick.
The problem becomes proving it. Because, yes, we all know why the Utah Jazz did it. But can you prove it? Can you say without a doubt, yes, that was the absolute intent? If they can't do that, then you can't bring down the hammer of justice. But I think that they should anyway. I think Adam Silver should just grow a pair and just be like, you can't get the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
Just straight up. For what you did. Just straight up. You can't.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
You can get number 2, you can get number 3, whatever, but you can't get number 1.
And here's something else, too. This is really unfair to the customers.
Yeah.
You buy a game day ticket, you go, and then you find out,
you want to go see your favorite local superstar, you want to go support your team, you get there, and all of a sudden, half the team's on load management.
Yeah.
Or
they're tanking.
Or your team is just under 500, and they've decided to clock out with 20-some games left.
Yeah. That's not fair to the paying customer.
Why bother going?
Yeah.
You could get an equally good product from the comfort of your own home.
Yep.
And not have to fight through traffic and all that nonsense and overpriced beer and hot dogs.
Yeah. I don't know what the correct answer is to fix it, but they got to do something. They got to throw a Hail Mary pass. They got to try anything.
Have there been any suggestions online or in the reporting of different systems?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's 100.
Oh, yeah, there's 100, yeah. The one I think would be, I think would be a good idea. I don't know. I'm sure everyone's going to crucify me for it.
Crucify him.
Yeah. But I think for the NBA, because you only have a roster of 15 people per team, right? And one person makes the difference.
Yeah.
I think you do two things. I hate to say it, you get rid of the draft. I know that sounds weird. Hold on. You get rid of the draft. All rookies that go in the NFL are free agents. But
I actually love that idea.
But then you must pair. This one can't work without the other. You must pair this together. Then you must institute a strict salary cap. It has to be strict.
Yeah.
So that way teams are either focused on signing the current superstars, which are going to get supermax contracts, right? And their cap is going to be devoted to that, or they're going to be rebuilding and they're going to try and get the newest rookie talent and go that route. You can't do both.
I love that idea. It's how colleges work. Like when you think about how colleges court athletes, it's exactly how that works, right? I see no flaw with this. If you pair it with the salary cap. If you don't pair with the salary cap,
right,
then obviously the LA Lakers are just going to roll in and be like, yeah, we'll just take all the rookies.
Right. Now, I keep hearing that even with a strict salary cap, it's going to happen the same way. I don't think so. If you have a strict, has to be just like the NFL where you have a due date, and it's like you gotta be under that.
It might still happen even with a salary cap, but there's still going to have to be hard decisions at some point because with a hard salary cap, with a hard number that you cannot exceed, at some point you're going to have to make a decision. Now, I don't know how NBA contracts work, if they could pull some like Howie Roseman magic where there's just like, oh yeah, the contract is for $200 million, but we actually only owe him a bag of peanuts. I don't know if there's any kind of cap wizardry going on in the NBA like that. That would have to be solved for. Obviously, you can't just do like what is it, the Dodgers? Where they're like, oh, we'll pay them in like 2055.
No, that's the Wild West.
You got to close up whatever loopholes there are in addition to the hard salary cap. It can't just be hard salary cap because the NFL has that and Howie Roseman just materializes money. So there has to be like a few different things to happen. But I really like the auto free agency thing. Because you're right, the rosters are too small. One player makes or breaks an entire team.
Yeah. So there you go. This is the real tanking that is happening in basketball.
Do you think something as simple as just strict reverse order would help for drafting?
No, because I think that would still promote tanking. Because then it's like I still want to get the number one pick.
But like the fifth worst team, there's less incentive because they know
you're not getting a LeBron James with number one.
Right.
Possibly.
I think the problem with the NBA is the fact that 5 still has a chance at number 1. And that sounds weird. But you know that if you're like one of the top 10 worst teams, you have good odds, right?
Yeah. Well, really, it's really like, to go back to what you said, like literally like the top 5, you're like, oh, you got a good shot because it's like
in the NFL, like there's a big difference between 1 overall and 5 overall.
Well, yeah.
If you're looking for a quarterback, you're not getting one at 5.
Unless it's 5 quarterbacks, bam, 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 or something.
Yeah. So I think just starting with reverse order is going to help a little bit. I think forcing teams to play in whatever. I think they should do a playoff tournament. They already let in, what is it, 18?
It depends on how you view the play-in tournament.
I count it because
if you count that, then it's 20 out of 30 teams.
Just make a bracket
of everybody, all 30.
2 expansion teams. It's 32 teams. Make a bracket. Yeah. Do reverse order for draft. You make a bracket, then eventually you transition to everybody's a free agent because you need time to implement a hard salary cap and things like that. I think they got to do something.
Yeah.
I think the real issue, though, is it's not hurting the bottom line for the owners and the league, right?
Not yet, but
you think it could?
It will when people are taking their hard-earned money and be like, oh, well, why should I go to this game if I don't know if my favorite star player is going to play?
A negative perception takes a big toll as well, because I'm sure this has been a really ugly look for them recently.
This is bad this is just egregious. To bench all 5 starters in the fourth quarter, like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Like,
I say
3. At least do some sort of
I say take
excuse.
Take take the first pick off the board. It's like if they get to the draft day lottery, they pull the Utah Jazz at number 1, they just stick it right back in the bowl and pick another one.
Yeah, there you go. That could be the punishment. We'll see. But that's where NBA stands right now, and it is not
disaster.
It is not good. They need to figure something out with addressing the tanking issues. So just when you think NBA has all the fire and drama on it, MLB says, hold my beer, and baseball enters the chat.
And it's not Nick Castellanos.
Yeah, it's not. It's not Casty, no. This is from the Major League Baseball Players Association. This is ridiculous. I can't believe I read this news story right before we got on the air and started recording. Here's the short of it all. Major League Baseball Players Association Executive Director Tony Clark resigned after an internal investigation revealed he had an inappropriate relationship with his sister-in-law, who was hired by the Major League Baseball Players Association Union in 2023.
Well, it was very erotic. Yes, indeed. It was erotic.
I wonder how she got the job.
Yeah. Whoa. Hello.
I'm just saying.
Well, it was very erotic. Yes, indeed. It was erotic.
Something just came over me, and I took my clothes off.
So that's how she got the job, I guess. But in all seriousness, I know we want to rag on that, but we need to actually go back onto like a macro level here, because this is a horrible time for this to happen for Major League Baseball. That is because at the end of 2026, at the end of the 2026 season, the Major League Baseball collective bargaining agreement ends. And this is huge. This is what sets all the rules. This is what allows players to get paid, all the procedures, everything like that. And they were supposed to go into negotiations between Major League Baseball and Major League Baseball Players Association to go over what was going to be the next contract in this, and it was supposed to happen this year. And now the Major League Baseball Players Association has no leading director as of this recording. This is not good. And what makes it even worse is there is a huge potential minefield that could blow up, and that is the fact that Major League Baseball wants a league-wide salary cap, and the Players Association doesn't, because they believe that it is a hindrance to players making the most possible money that they can in baseball. And now the Players Association has nobody to represent them in the beginning of these talks for the collective bargaining agreement. This is horrible timing. What a horrible way to have your affair with your sister-in-law come out. It's just mind-boggling.
Is there ever a good time for that?
No, but this
but
is
definitely not in a collective bargaining.
This is amazingly bad. So, Mike,
Man.
first reactions.
Just it's so messy. It's like a daytime TV drama.
Well, it was very erotic. Yes, indeed. It was erotic.
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
It honestly sounds like one of those crazy soap opera plot twists. It's
Yes.
like, oh no, the baseball executive. All we need is like a vampire in there for some reason. But no, this is crazy. Part of me is like,
Oh, and by the way, just to reiterate the stakes here, if there is no collective bargaining agreement, boom, that's it. That's lockout.
there's no baseball.
There's no baseball.
Right.
So
this guy may have just tanked the 2027 season
because he couldn't stop banging
because he
his
couldn't
sister-in-law.
keep it in his pants. Yeah.
What a butterfly effect. I want to see this in the next what's those video games? The Choose Your Own Adventure.
Choose Your Own
games.
Adventure games. Yeah.
Quantum Dream. I want to see this as an
The MLB will remember this.
Yes, I want that.
There's a telltale. The MLB will remember this. You're like, oh no, what did I do?
You banged your sister-in-law. That's what you did.
It's like X to bang sister-in-law, O to not. He dropped the controller, accidentally hit X.
Of course,
Accidentally.
Oh yeah, of course, Mike. Yeah.
But no, this is a really, really messy situation for MLB. Just a really embarrassing look for everyone all around. Part of me is like, this is really bad timing, but part of me also thinks that it might be a little overblown to say that this is going to cause any kind of issues. Like, these big organizations, they have contingency plans, successors, next in line kind of thing. I have to imagine that somebody else was in those meetings and up to speed on these things. 2026 is a long year, a long season to get through. The baseball season is like 4.5 years long per season. So, no, but in all honesty, it doesn't end until November? Late October?
Yeah, I mean, if the World Series goes full 7, it's usually like November 1st. Yeah.
Yeah. So they promote somebody internally quickly. He has almost whole calendar year to get up to speed. The trick is, though,
they got to find somebody fast.
They got to find somebody fast so they can get them up to speed. But then also,
and somebody that the players are going to respect and just get.
Well, that's
100%.
That is the one complicating factor, is that you need somebody that has that relationship with both the league and the players, because they're supposed to be the conduit between the two. I'd like to think that they have contingency plans in case one of their executives goes crazy.
Like this?
Like this. So we'll see. We'll see. But if the MLB 2027 season is shortened or locked out because of this, that is a crazy, salacious, silly soap opera reason for a major sport to cease operations.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's not like, oh, there was like some kind of disagreement, or like, oh, they couldn't get the deals done. It's like, no, like a dude banged his sister-in-law and we couldn't find a replacement in time. It's like crazy.
Yeah. I mean, well, look, that probably won't be the case directly A to B, but it may lead to like A to B to C to D, because the longer it takes to find a replacement for this guy, the less time they have to prepare for the negotiations.
Yeah.
And then the less time you have to actually work out, what needs to be done in a full-blown collective bargaining agreement.
And the reality is that...
Look, I'm going by Jeff Passan. He's one of the best baseball writers around. He says that this incident pretty much all but assures that there's going to be probably some sort of lockout. Now, it may not, to your point, because the one sticking issue is the salary cap, it may not spill into 2027.
Right.
So there might not be a shortened season in 2027, but there's probably going to be some sort of official lockout where there's going to be a time frame.
At some point between the end of the playoffs and the start of spring training, there's going to be some kind of like
delay.
Operations are halted kind of situation.
Yes.
Which can have a snowball effect. Like if operations are delayed, maybe free agency is delayed, maybe, other things, and everything gets pushed back. But we'll have to see. Because the other part of the equation that's hard to factor into this is that you're right, in these negotiations, if I'm MLB, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to strong arm this new guy into trying to accept a salary cap.
Yeah.
And whatever agreement they come up with, the players still have to be like, yes, we agree. Because the players, because here's the thing, this new guy, he might be savvy, he might be good, he might think that he's making a good deal with MLB and the Players Association. They take it to the players, and the players like, actually,
they can vote against it.
Actually, no, we hate that.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's a lot of variables here at play. I still think that it won't get to that level, but there's always a possibility. And because of this whole kerfuffle, that possibility has dramatically increased. Certainly.
Yes.
Yeah.
This dude banging his sister-in-law has resulted in the possibility of a shortened 2027 baseball season. I cannot believe it.
And reading between the lines, like, that this was going on before 2023, and he's like, well, it's really inconvenient to do this after work. Why don't I just bring it in-house? I'm just saying what everybody's thinking.
Yeah. I need her right by my side.
I mean, come on. What are the odds?
Thanksgiving's not enough.
God. Oh, there's a turkey and
Well, it
stuffing
was very
joke.
erotic. Yes, indeed. It was erotic.
There's a joke about stuffing turkeys, but I'm not going to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's baseball.
Yeah, that is where we're at in baseball.
Get the turkeys, get the turkeys, get the turkeys! Get the turkey, get the turkey! Get the turkey!
There you go. I didn't even realize I had that clip. Just for you, Mike. Get
There
the
you
turkey.
go. Get the turkey.
Uh,
So, yeah, football's the best.
yeah, I hate to say it, but like,
Because that's where we started with, football handles their stuff.
This is literally what, the first full complete week of no football? And like the first, and like the
Every sport had their chance, and they all failed.
Yeah.
Hockey's distracted with the Olympics. Baseball is running a soap opera. The NBA can't get any of their teams in order. Soccer continues to be soccer. They all had a chance. Golf is just like, we don't play in the cold. I'm joking. I'm just taking pot shots
That's
now.
fine. Golf isn't ready till April, so yeah.
Golf isn't ready. They got a few more months to cook.
Right. It's still baking in the oven with the turkey.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah, so
They had a shot. They had a shot at the king. They couldn't get it done.
nope. 1 week. This is
It all falls apart. It all unravels.
Everything has just fallen apart with the other leagues.
They couldn't take the
already.
pressure of the focus.
No, dear God. All right. Well, there you go, Mike. You're probably still happy then.
I'm loving it.
Football is still king. All right. But for us here at the Crispy Noodle Podcast, sports was definitely king here. This was a majority of the episode, so we need to take a break and compose ourselves, get some more water. But don't you go anywhere. We still are going to have entertainment news and then the non-fortune cookie odd news when we return. This is the Crispy Noodle Podcast. We'll be right back.
Ready for the weekend? Happy Friday. Hi, my name's Marie, and I'm an artist who's been making Happy Friday doodles every week for over 7 years. And now you can own my art collection in this Volume 1 and Volume 2 art series. These doodles span across multiple themes, yearly festivities, various countries, languages, and more. Both coffee table books have something for everyone and are the perfect conversation starter or gift for a friend. Really, anyone who enjoys a good weekend. Available on Amazon, Ingram, BookBaby, Barnes & Noble, and more. Visit happyfridaydoodles.com/books and get your copies today. Let's celebrate the best day of the week. Happy Friday.
Subway sandwich shops allegedly confessed that he needed revenge as a disgruntled customer because he was mad that the famous Jared diet didn't work for him and he needed his money back.
He got up to 4. How did I catch the guy after 2? Speaking from giant fat guys, we don't run fat.
No, we
the
don't.
The fact that he escaped from 3, he's doing pretty good with his diet.
That is the new Subway diet. Rob Subway.
Jesus
Run away.
First of all, I'm so fat. The game planning, I would stop at the door of the first one. I'm like, I'm sweating too much. I gotta go home.
Well, 18-year-old Zachary Torrance was arrested and charged with first-degree robbery.
Wait a minute. He's 18 years old and he's fat? He's just lazy. Wait till you're 30, Zachary.
Well, Torrance allegedly entered the Hueytown Subway store. He demanded the cashier open the register.
As he breathed heavily. Did you, hold on, give me a second. Can you, I should have brought a note. Yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna go, can I just get a water first? Water? Oh, thanks. Holy shit, these things aren't even close to each other. You know what, just call the cops, I'm done. I'm gonna sit and wait in the air. Is it cool if I wait in the air? I wanna wait in the air conditioner.
Torrance was arrested after a citizen saw the robbery footage and recognized the suspect from shopping at the Hueytown Walmart later that day.
Here's a shocker.
Yeah. Well, Torrance is currently in the jail on a $250,000 bond. So, there you go.
I should have wrote a note.
Would have been easier. You just slide it. You don't have to.
Yeah, read this. Read this. Can I get a cup of ice? Oh, Lord, Jesus Christ. Torrance, what are your demands? This is the detective. Listen, I need a wet towel, a fan, a cup of ice, some juice would be nice.
Should have used the card, man. Would have been much easier.
Check out thecrispynoodle.com.
Oh, yeah, we're back here on the Crispy Noodle Podcast. We are done with the sports. Mikey's happy. NFL reigns supreme.
That's right.
Jesus, yeah. Only 1 week. 1 week.
NFL, football's the best sport. It's the best league, best playoffs, best draft. You can't go wrong.
1 week into the non-playing season, and the NFL is already just won.
It wasn't much of a competition.
No, it wasn't much of a competition. Everybody else
because the one league is tanking, the other league is trying to put on a soap opera.
Yeah. Well, speaking of soap operas, that's a great transition into the second part of our show with the entertainment entree.
This is the entertainment entree, featuring news in movies.
The Simpson guy writes to movies. Dear Die Hard, you rock. Especially when that guy was on the roof.
Music.
What is that? I know what that is. That's music.
Video games.
Do a barrel roll. To barrel roll, press C or R twice.
Celebrities.
You really know Warren Beatty?
Yes, I do. I took a leak next to him once at the Golden Globes.
And more.
You were the all-singing, all-dancing crap at the world.
It's time for the entertainment entree.
All right, officially in entertainment entree mode. Instead of This Week in Entertainment, Mike wants to do a review on the state of play from Sony PlayStation.
Yes, that's
PlayStation!
Right. Yeah. So there's not a lot of entertainment releases this week, so I figured let's look even further forward than this week into the near future of PlayStation games. Sony.
This year in video games.
This year in video games, right. Not this weekend entertainment, this year in video games. Sony had their PlayStation State of Play for February. There were a lot of fun announcements. Just to highlight a few of the bigger ones, I recommend everybody go and actually watch the State of Play if you're a PlayStation fan. There was a ton of announcements that covered every type of game you could possibly imagine. There's something for everyone, truly, in that State of Play. But one of the big ones that I was looking forward to was seeing my first glimpse of Control Resonant gameplay. Because I had some misgivings around the combat system and how everything was going to work. And to be honest, watching the gameplay, it did not quite quell those fears. I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed the interplay between the shooting and the abilities of the first Control. And the shift to melee combat, it didn't seem as visceral as other melee games like a God of War, Spider-Man, things like that. It just, and it's still early. There could be some fine-tuning, but from my initial impressions of watching it, and obviously watching is different than playing, I was like, it looks, I don't know. I still don't know how it's gonna feel, you know? So I'm still a little hesitant. I trust Remedy though.
Right.
I think that's the thing though. I trust them to get it figured out at some point.
Yeah, the bottom line is in Remedy we trust. I mean, the first Control was so good. Alan Wake 2 was fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel
both
like,
phenomenal games.
I feel like they've earned the leash.
Yeah. I think so, and I think that's my big takeaway is that even though I'm concerned, I'm still willing to give it a shot. I'm gonna be there probably on release day, downloading Control Resonant. I trust Remedy to get it sorted because even if the gameplay isn't my cup of tea, like Alan Wake 2's gameplay was for me good but not great. But the story and the atmosphere and the characters, the vibe, everything about it was top tier. It checked all the boxes. So Control Resonant might be like that. It might be like the gameplay is good, it's serviceable, but it's the story that's going to keep you hooked.
Yeah. That's what I care about.
Yeah.
I want the Remedy connected universe to succeed.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really looking forward to just more in that world. You're absolutely right. Another big announcement that I found kind of interesting is I saw a non-Pokemon game from Pokemon developer Game Freak. I was like, wow, that's unique because this developer only does Pokemon games. It was really interesting to see the crazy stuff they came up with when Nintendo isn't, got them by the scruff of their neck, forcing them to churn out Pokemon games every year. I don't know if you saw that trailer. It was like wildly different. I don't know how good it's going to be. But it's nice to see that them being given the opportunity to try something different as opposed to more Pokemon. So that was kind of interesting to see. But the big announcements, though, I think the biggest announcements were focused on the God of War franchise. This year is the 20th anniversary of God of War, the original trilogy. And so in honor of that, they announced that they are remaking the original trilogy. I think it's a complete, they use the term remake, so I think it's a complete bottom-up remake of everything. What do you think?
The story goes back to the original 3 with the Ghost of Sparta and everything like that?
Yep. They're remaking the entire original trilogy for the PlayStation 5, which I think is great because it was a trilogy that was split across PlayStation 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So depending on where you jumped into the PlayStation ecosystem, as we know, backwards compatibility with 2 and 3 is very spotty across the generations. So it gives everybody a chance to get fully caught up, which I think is good for newer fans because I think God of War 2018 got a lot of new fans.
So
what do you think? You seem like you're contemplating something.
Yeah, I just something I'm kind of thinking in my head is like the original trilogy where it's the Ghost of Sparta is a whole different tone, I feel like, compared to the last 2 God of Wars.
100%. And this is where I'm kind of like going with my mind too.
Are they going to try and take that same tone with the original 3 games, or are they just trying to like, here, you can play the first 3 games on PS5 now?
They had the original voice actor of Kratos give the presentation.
No.
So they're back in the studio with the original voice actors. So I'm wondering they might be touching things up, maybe to bring it closer to the vibe of the newer ones, but it's a very fine line, right, with the term remake, because you could just do a shot-for-shot literal remake, but we've also seen remakes where they reinterpret as well.
Right. And I'm wondering if you do that, are we going to get like a more kind of, for lack of a better word, mature adult version of the original trilogy? Because like the original God of War trilogy is fun and it's great, but a lot of it was just
there's a level of I'm 16 and I just want to see blood and boobs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad you just jumped.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
You jumped right to it.
Yeah.
Well, it was very erotic. Yes, indeed. It was erotic.
It was in that very gratuitous PlayStation 2 era of like, I like to think of video games in terms of like evolving like any person does, right? They go through different stages in their life. And the PlayStation 2 era was like the angsty teen, I'm going to try weird stuff, I'm going to try different stuff era. It hadn't really matured.
Yeah.
And a lot of games fit that vibe. Case in point, God of War. It's like how much blood and how much boobs can we throw on screen? Right. It was edgy, it was flashy, it was angsty, it was which was all great for the PlayStation 2 era. Now we got games like The Last of Us. You know, we got games like that are just walking simulator, narrative, exploration things. Like, games have evolved to a point where tonally that game is just very odd now, right? Could you imagine playing a God of War in today's video game landscape?
I mean, yeah, if it came out as like
exactly
as its own game,
is, yeah.
Yeah, like if it came out as its own game right now, it wouldn't. I don't think it would fly. Yeah.
Yeah. So are you leaning towards them reinterpreting it?
I think so.
So does that mean, like, I see articles, are they going to keep the sex mini games? What's going to happen? Like,
yeah.
No, that was a literal headline that I saw. So in your book, that stuff is cut then, probably. Or maybe presented differently.
Yeah. I
maybe
think
it's not a mini game. Maybe it's just, like, alluded to.
Yeah, something like that.
Like a little bit more mature in its maturity.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what their aim is going to be. That's what I'm curious about. Yeah, I wonder if they're...
What's the right way? I guess the question is, what's the right way to honor the original trilogy? Is it a very faithful recreation, or is it more of an adaptation? I think that's really the question.
Yeah.
Like, what's the right way to honor it? Because it's an important trilogy, but in hindsight, narratively and presentation-wise, you know.
Yeah. Also, too, the actual gameplay is different.
Yeah. I think a lot of modern fans are going to be a little put off by the gameplay, honestly.
If they stick to the original gameplay, it's just a button masher.
It's a combo-heavy button masher with fixed cameras.
Yeah.
Which, after, the new God of Wars, it's going to be tough to go back to that style, I think.
Yeah. So these are the issues. I don't know what they're going to do in terms of what the remake moniker means.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, definitely really interested to see how they approach it. There was no other information other than they're doing a remake. I will probably be, right there with them trying it out, because a chance to go back and relive those classic games is, always a great opportunity. But I do personally hope that it's more of a reinterpretation than just a shot-for-shot remake.
Yeah.
Personally.
Because honestly, if you want that, just fire up your PS2 and just go back to it.
Yeah, and it's been re-released a couple of times over the years. They've tried to bring it forward. They had the collection of 1 and 2. So you can go play the originals kind of like they were, but so I'm hoping for more of a modern take on it.
Yeah.
But here's some more new God of War news. They also surprise released a game during the State of Play. God of War Sons of Sparta was a side-scroller beat-em-up action game. Did you get a chance to look at that?
No. How does that look?
Weird.
Weird.
Personally.
Sounds good.
I appreciate the fact that they are branching out. They're trying different things with the God of War franchise to, experiment with different genres. But for me, one of the most integral parts of God of War is the cinematography. Even in the original trilogy, which we agreed, the narrative and the vibe, not quite up to modern standards, the cinematography, the presentation, the world was second to none, and the way they did it. I don't know, a side scroller, it doesn't capture that same scale and scope and sense of epicness, right?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
It seems like obviously it's intended to be a much narrower experience in scope and in narrative, but I feel like it's such an integral part to God of War that taking it to a side scroller is kind of not the I don't want to say authentic, but an authentic God of War experience. Is that wrong to say that?
No, I don't think it's wrong. No.
Yeah. That's kind of where I stand. I'm probably not going to play it because of that, because God of War to me is a 3D epic scale and scope thing, not a 2D side scroller.
Yeah.
But those are some of the big announcements. I would definitely recommend going and checking out the whole thing because, like I said, there was something there for everyone. It was a big State of Play.
Yep. And then also to close out the entertainment entree, there was big Star Wars news with the new Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. So just a quick hit of trailer talk. What were your first reactions seeing that trailer?
I liked it better than the first. There's a little bit more meat on the bones, so to say. I like the fact we got to see the Mandalorian unmasked more so than he ever was during the first 3 seasons.
Yeah, I wonder if Pedro had something written into that contract.
Well, after all the success he's had with all of the different things he's been part of, he's like, look, I need my mug on screen.
Yeah, or is this over yet? Like, come on, I got Fantastic Four coming up.
Yeah, he's like, listen, I'm part of the MCU now. I got The Last of Us. We gotta wrap up this silly Star Wars stuff going on.
Well, he's not in The Last of Us now. He's, spoiler alert. Whoops.
Well, yeah. Flashbacks. Anyway.
Oh, sorry. Spoiler alert.
Just forget that part. But he's still in Mandalorian.
Yes,
that's for sure.
For right now.
I liked the very clear visual tie-in with Yoda, right? With Grogu sitting on that branch thing and that swampy thing. They're really leaning into, and there was a line there where they said, he's going to live centuries after me. They're like, really, I hope, casting their gaze towards the future and what Grogu could mean for that. Because correct me if I'm wrong, this Grogu Yoda race is a very powerful ancient race, right? Tell me, because you're the lore master here on Star Wars. How significant is Grogu being whatever the heck frog creature he is? It's pretty significant, right?
Yeah, because Yoda says he's 600 years old, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if Grogu's only 50, he's going to live another 550 years coming up.
Right, at least.
Unless he gets killed, which that would be diabolical.
That at the end of the movie, he survives the whole thing, and then just one of those big
blaster saws just boop,
or one of those big Tatooine cow things just crushes him, just steps on him. No, but I like this forward looking.
Do you think that could be the future for Star Wars? Is to officially get out of the shadow of the Skywalker saga?
I mean, anything to get out of the shadow of Skywalker. That would be a cool title.
Shadow of Skywalker.
Shadow of Skywalker, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I think it's overplayed. The era is overplayed. So you either got to go way into the past or way into the future. Grogu, I mean, they said centuries after I'm gone. There you go, way into the future. Let's see a far future Star Wars. Let's, clearly they have something super marketable. I think people will stick around if they decide to expand that aspect of it. So I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into a throwaway line, but they did very clearly have that visual link between Grogu and Yoda. They had that line. I'm thinking they might have more significant things planned for this character and this angle. Hopefully.
Right.
I kind of want them to go that way.
Yeah, I know you're a big proponent of.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
It's time to stop.
Yeah, I'm done with the Skywalker saga. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack from Star Wars fans for that, but you've had 9 movies, a bunch of side projects, comics, books, video games, whatever. Star Wars deserves so much more than Skywalker. The universe is so much bigger. I just think it'd be cool to explore all of that and not just pigeonhole us into the 30 years or whatever, 60 years where Luke Skywalker was around.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. We shall see how that breaks down and when that movie comes out this summer. But for right now, we got to move into our third and final portion of the show. Folks, it's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
Snack time!
Oh no, what have you done?
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Oh, Howard, excuse me, but your wife's cookies are out of this world.
Who told you you can eat my cookies?
You've opened up the non-fortune cookie odd news.
Holy shnikes.
Manda basata. I don't make this stuff up.
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
I'll take a pound of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts! That'll be $4, baby! You want fries with that?
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
Oh, it's Hoagie Fest. Let me pull over to this asteroid. What?
This is the non-fortune cookie odd news.
Oh, these cookies! Put that cookie down now!
What does Rich have in store for us?
So, sit back, get everything you need to get from the kitchen. Be sure to empty the bladders, go to the bathroom, because you're in for a hell of a ride.
right, odd news time.
All right, it's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news. Here in this segment, Rich researches the news, he reads the news, and I react to the news. He finds a weird and wacky story and keeps it hidden from me, which ensures that all of my reactions are my genuine gut reactions to hearing the story for the very first time. I don't know what's about to happen. You guys don't know what's about to happen. And even Rich doesn't know what's about to happen because these stories always take us down wacky and wild paths. And I'm ready to get started. Where are we heading to?
Now, who is this guy in Florida?
It's Florida, and they're crazy.
I always got to ask. You never know.
Going to Clearwater.
Uh-oh. Right ahead of Phillies spring training.
Yeah, they literally reported down there to start spring training, yeah.
I do believe that a fair bit of Florida odd news is a direct correlation.
Of Philadelphia?
Not just Philadelphia, but like kind of like this northeast, like all of the snowbirds that go down there. We take like the intensity and the like high strungness of the Northeast and we bring it down south. We cook their brains a little bit. Creates a perfect odd news haven.
Make sure you cook for 1 to 2 months.
Yeah, 1 to 2 months, and you get a nice bit of odd news out of them.
Yeah.
So what did the Philly runoff do in Clearwater?
All right. Well, this
the Philly runoff.
Well, we're gonna follow the case of 32-year-old Alexander Baker Depew.
Depew. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds French.
He's got three.
Fancy.
He's got 3 names. Alexander Baker Depew.
It's very formal.
Yeah. And obviously, you mentioned this weekend was Valentine's Day.
Yep.
So this 32-year-old was trying to buy flowers.
Okay.
For Valentine's Day.
Classic.
And he purchased. Wow, he wanted to be big. Did you purchase flowers this weekend?
I did. Yes.
How much did flowers cost you?
I went to Whole Foods, but I got a great deal. I got it was a nice full bouquet for about, I think it was like $13 or $14.
This guy bought $288 worth of flowers.
That's so many flowers.
That seems, either he's getting a lot of flowers or he got hosed. I don't know. That seems like a lot of money. I don't know about that.
I know flowers can get pricey, but like, that's a bit much.
Oh.
Did you buy flowers?
I do. No, because
okay.
No, because they make me sneeze.
That's fair.
But
that's fair.
Oh, God, this is going to sound like a plug. This is not a plug. I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
I buy the Steven Singer's the rose that's dipped in gold.
Okay.
Because that doesn't make me sneeze.
There you go.
And it lasts.
There you go. That's a good solution.
So yeah, this is not an ad by Steven Singer. I promise you, I did not do this.
Unless we want to collect some ad money, yeah.
Unless Steven Singer wants to give me, free roses or something. Yeah, this is not an ad, but that's what I do. I like to get that.
Okay, but not $280 some dollars.
Even then, this did not cover $288.
No, that's crazy.
This is a lot of flowers he wanted.
That's a lot of flowers.
Yes. So Alexander had to pay for them, and he handed over 15 $20 bills, and then tried to get out of the store as fast as he could. But that's when the florist worker noted that the bills all had the term replica on them.
Uh-oh.
With the legal tender portion saying to be only used in motion pictures.
Oh, he got that movie money.
Yeah, so no, this is not legal tender.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong.
He thought he was going to pawn this off.
He just runs carrying his $280 worth of flowers.
Here's an extra 20. Keep it for yourself.
Yeah, right. Just starts handing out 20s. He's like, wow, that's really generous or suspicious.
Yeah. So he booked it out of there. He must have just grabbed the flowers and just...
That's a lot of flowers to run with.
Running back. Just follow your blocker. Just get out of there. Break through the line of scrimmage. So after leaving the florist, he then went to the nearby Oasis Cabaret, which advertises itself as a topless, full-contact entertainment facility.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was very erotic. Yes, indeed. It was erotic.
There was the woman he fancied.
He's going to win her over with flowers.
Yes, and money.
You know what else works at a strip club? just the $280.
Well, he decided that when she got on the stage to throw her the ridiculous amount of flowers.
I feel like that's not acceptable.
Also threw more of the phony $20 while she was on stage, and then went to the bartender and tried to pay off his bar tab with the funny money as well.
Oh, man.
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
Well, I guess they must have just... I think you're right about the flowers, because that already prompted a call to the police.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want flowers. That's BS.
No, they don't want flowers. They want cold, hard cash.
Yeah. We're not dancing.
Come on now. Can't pay the bills with flowers.
Yeah. We're not dancing for...
And also, if you're throwing it onto where they're dancing, that's a hazard.
Yeah.
They could step on a flower and slip on it.
What if it's a rose?
If it's rose that's got thorns. Yeah, exactly.
Just like Poison said.
Every rose has its...
It was playing while she was dancing.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. They don't want flowers. They want money. Real money, specifically.
Yeah. All right. So I guess right then and there they called the cops, because the cops are, or maybe the cops were already en route from the florist, because it did say he ran.
They just followed him. They followed the trail of flower petals.
Cause it said that the Oasis Cabaret was right near the florist, so maybe the cops got to the florist, and then the florist was like, he's over there, and I don't know. The cops got there pretty fast.
Right.
So they confronted him right away. Cops decided to strip search him. They decided to search him at the strip club. Sorry. Big mistake there.
I was going to say, whoa,
Sorry.
that was a jump.
Sorry. Sorry.
Fake money. You better put a finger up your butt.
Wow. All right. There you go.
The leap in logic would have been crazy.
Not a finger!
No, two.
Not a finger!
Oh, my God.
Sorry.
They strip searched him.
Sorry, I read the words. I read the right words with the wrong order.
He wouldn't have been out of place, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry, wrong order. It was
right words, wrong order.
Yeah, he got searched at the strip club. Sorry. All right. So, cops found that he also had $400 more of the phony currency.
That's a lot of fake money.
Did he just steal a packet of it from a movie set and was like, aha, I got my riches.
You could probably just buy it, which leads me to the question of why didn't you just save your real money
yeah.
instead of buying the fake money with it?
Oh my God, what a scam. Nobody thought of this before.
Yeah, right? This is a great idea.
They look so real. How did nobody think of this before?
Oh man.
All right. Apparently he had $400 more of the phony currency, so
already he had to have at least had what, $1,000 in fake 20s, because he spent $300 at the florist, $400 on him, and then he threw a bunch more at the strippers.
Right.
So I'm assuming
and his bar tab.
And the bar tab. Yeah, so at least $1,000 worth of fake $20 bills.
Yeah.
That's a lot of $20 bills.
Yep. When he was questioned about the whole ordeal, Alexander Baker Depew said that he was trying to woo the female dancer at the strip club. Aww.
With flowers she didn't ask for and fake money.
This cannot be made good. It's shameful. It's a shameful, shameful day.
Women famously love it when you give them things they don't want and didn't ask for. I didn't know if anybody knew that.
Oh.
That's their favorite thing. It's like, I didn't want this or ask for it. Thank you so much. Now I can be your wife.
Yeah.
What? Crazy.
Step 1, get counterfeit money. Step 2,
Yeah, right.
question mark. Step 3, get girl.
Right. Insane.
Yeah. Court records do not indicate whether or not the dancer even knew of the defendant.
I wager that she did not.
I love how that's thrown in there. Like, buddy, she didn't even know who you are.
She didn't even know who you are.
Wow.
That's like
you gotta punch him while he's down.
That's like that Thanos line in what was it, Endgame? I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she said.
Apparently that's what the stripper said to
like, thanks
to
for the
cops.
flowers. I don't know you.
Yeah. I don't know who you are. All right, and one final kicker here. While they were searching Mr. Baker Depew, they also found he had a little baggie of meth.
Of course, there you go.
Perfect.
This cannot be made good. It's shameful. It's a shameful, shameful day.
I may not know my flowers, but I know a bitch when I see one.
Okay, that's actually perfect.
Yes, this is actually perfect for this story.
I may not know my flowers, but I know a bitch when I see one.
Yes.
That's what he said as he was being dragged away.
Yes. So, unfortunately, he is now going to have a drug charge against him as well as the fake money charge.
Wow.
So he is being held in lieu of a $21,000 bond.
Damn.
Yeah.
He
Those fake bills aren't enough to cover that.
No, certainly not. He's batting 1,000, just not with the ladies.
No, and not with his flowers.
Nope.
I may not know my flowers, but I know a bitch when I see one.
That's such a good line. And so perfect.
Yeah. 1969, Gay Deceivers.
There you go.
Check out that movie. But there you go.
Oh, man.
Hopefully love is still in the air for you, and may you pay with real money.
Yes. Get your significant other real flowers with real money.
Yeah. Not this fake stuff.
Yeah, whatever that guy did.
And leave your meth at home. Why are you bringing the...
Leave your meth at home.
Why are you bringing the meth?
Life tips from Rich. Leave your meth at home. Buy real flowers.
Yeah.
Use real money.
Real money. Keep meth at home.
Yeah.
Florida 2026.
There you go.
Whatever year this is.
Is that Florida's catchphrase?
I almost forgot what year it was. That's how bad this is.
Oh, boy.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Keep meth at home. 2026.
Keep meth
Florida.
at home.
All right.
It's good advice.
There you go. And there you go, folks. That's what I have for you this week in the Non-Fortune Cookie Odd News. Appropriate for Valentine's Day this weekend.
Yeah.
Florida got that news right away.
They did. They were on top of things.
Usually kind of takes like a week to buffer, you know?
The news has got to percolate a little bit. Give it time.
Well, I mean, I kind of go on this like for 4th of July because sometimes 4th of July we take a week off, like depending on our... So usually it's like...
But also, right, it's all the stories of people blowing their hands off. It comes out after 4th of July.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting a Valentine's Day story this week, but...
That was pretty fast.
Yeah, it was fast.
Good job, Florida.
Florida.
With the quick turnaround time.
Florida, improving their news reporting speed.
Yeah, that's good productivity.
Good job.
That's why we keep Florida employed.
Yeah. That's their number one source of employment, odd news.
Odd news, yeah. Number one exporter of odd news in the country.
That should be Florida's tagline.
Yeah.
That's a great tagline.
You want something odd, we got you covered.
Florida.
There you go. Exporting odd news since, I don't know, when Florida was founded. At some point early on.
At some point. We'll work on that later.
Yeah.
But there you go. That is the odd news for this week. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Hopefully everybody had a good Valentine's Day weekend other than that guy.
And not fake money.
No. But there you go. That will wrap up our 3-part meal for your mind between the sports sampler, the entertainment entree, and the non-fortune cookie odd news, all for you in this meal for your mind. Thank you guys for watching our little show and supporting us. If you like what you heard, make sure you go to our website, thecrispynoodle.com. Make sure you follow us on social media, but most importantly, make sure you have a way to get the podcast sent to you every week. 2 main ways that we do it. The first is that we put the video podcast up on our YouTube page. Go to YouTube and search Crispy Noodle Podcast and subscribe to the channel on YouTube so that you get the video podcast sent to you every week. Second main way is on Spotify. We put the video podcast up on Spotify as well. But you can also put Spotify on in the background and listen to us as an audio-only podcast if you wish. And if you're driving through Florida with your fake money, you can listen to us on Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as well. So you can take us on the go while you're completing those crucial errands that require fake money.
That's right. So many ways to get in touch with and check out the Crispy Noodle Podcast, which costs you 0 fake dollars, if you can believe it. But if you need to get in touch with us individually to share your sports, entertainment, or odd news stories, you can find us on Blue Sky. I'm at Mikey Costanzo, MikeyCostanzo.
And I'm Matt Rich Liebig, RichLiebig. You can find us on Blue Sky. Let us know what's happening. If there's any story that you want us to talk about on a future episode, send it to us through social media. If it's odd news, make sure it goes to me so that Mikey doesn't see it. But if we do cover a topic of your choosing, we will give you the sausage shout out. So make sure you do that, and we will make sure you get that coveted sausage shout out. Very important. It's probably worth more than the flowers.
It's definitely worth more than $280 fake dollars.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, but for right now, we got to wrap it up. This has been the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. That'll do it. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys
later. Bye-bye, all you fine peoples. Good night.
Some of us have great stories, pretty stories that take place at lakes with boats and friends and noodle salad. A lot of people, that's their story. Good times, noodle salad.